Hi, I am Emily Carson, and you received this newsletter today because at some point in the past year, you signed up for my newsletter list. So thank you for doing that. My hope is to more consistently share newsletters in the future, starting with once a month. I thought it would be fun to check in today and share some highlights from my own life over the last 8 months, and then hopefully hear back from you about what you've been up to, what you've been reading and watching, and highlights from your own summer adventures. I hope it's been a summer of restoration and adventure and all the things that bring you joy and peace. So as I mentioned, it's been a big year. 2019 has been a big year. And I thought I would share some highlights that have happened in my own life over the last 8 months. So starting last November and December, our synod entered into its bishop election process. I currently serve as the Director of Communications for the Southeastern Minnesota Synod. That's a role that I've been in for about 5 years. And every 6 years, a synod goes through a bishop's election process. And it's a really exciting time of discernment for the whole synod. And in my own journey, it was a huge honor to be a nominee for bishop. It was some of the most spiritually formative times and moments in my life. I feel really grateful for the experience. And when all was said and done, our bishop-elect, Regina Hassanelli, was called, and she'll start her term September 1st. So we are very thankful for her leadership among us. Bishop Stephen Delzer has served his 6-year term. His retirement party was actually yesterday. He and Bishop-elect Regina have 1 month of overlap this month, and then he'll be retiring at the end of this month. And it is a time of immense transition in our office, lots of changes and new possibilities ahead. But we're also taking some time for really intentional goodbyes and times to connect as our current staff before we start with our new teammates, which feels really good. For my own vocational call, I'll be transitioning from the call of Director of Communications into a new role of interim assistant to the bishop. And for the next couple of months, I'll be wearing a couple of different hats, helping out with candidacy, also helping out a bit with call process, as well as mission support and connecting with congregations and leaders on a variety of themes. And that all feels really good. I feel excited and thankful, very thankful. Another big highlight of the last, I guess I completed my manuscript in December, is that I launched my first book. The name of the book is Holy Everything, and it is a collection of columns, edited columns, with a little bit of new material from my weekly column for the Rochester Post-Bulletin. So I started that column back in 2011, so 8 years ago I started the column. So this book, Holy Everything, is a collection of edited columns and a little bit of new material, and it has been so cool to work with 9 Foot Voice and my editor, Brian Scott, in putting it together. And it's also been really special to be able to launch it and share it with more readers. So there are several different ways you can get the book if you haven't ordered it yet and you are interested in ordering it. And I will put a link in this newsletter for exactly how to do it, but I'll run through the different ways you can order the book. Or if you have ordered a copy and you want to order some more copies, they make great gifts. And here are the ways that you can order the book. Number 1, you can order directly from me. And I'll put a link below, as I said, about how to do that. Basically, you'll pay through PayPal, and I'll personalize and send the book directly to you, along with a couple of stickers. So that's the best option if you want the book to be personalized, or if you would like me to sign it, which I would be very glad to do. The next option is to order directly from Amazon, and you can get that in either the Kindle form or the print form. And then the third way is to order through Barnes & Noble, and again, you can order that digitally, or you can also get the print copy of the book. Whatever you choose is great. Thank you so much for being supportive of the book and for reading it and for sharing with me the different ways that you're using it. It really warms my heart. It is something that is bringing me so much joy to know that the words are out there and that people are connecting with the content. So thank you very much. I had my book launch party at Zumber Lutheran Church at the end of July. That was a blast. And please mark on your calendars, local Minnesota friends, I get to do a book signing at our local Barnes & Noble at the Apache Mall on October 5th from 1 to 2 p.m. That is a Saturday afternoon, October 5th, from 1 to 2 p.m. I'll be doing a book signing. If you want to buy a book there that day, that's great. If you've already purchased the book and you would like it to be signed, that's great. Come on over. Or if you just want to hang out for a little bit and explore one of our bookstores in Rochester, please do so. Again, that's October 5th from 1 to 2 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble at the Apache Mall in Rochester, Minnesota. And the other thing to share with you is that the book is going to have an audio format coming in the next couple of months. So what have you been up to this summer? What have you been reading? What have you been watching? Did you take any adventures? Do you have a garden? You'll be able to reply to this newsletter and your emails will come directly to me, and I would love to hear about what you have been up to. So I have a favor to ask of you, dear friends, and it's a way that you can take a really intentional step towards spreading the word on the book, Holy Everything. So if you've already ordered the book and you've begun to dig into it, then this is especially a request for you. If you still need to order the book and then read it, please read it first and then follow through with this next piece. So I've learned from my editor, my book editor, Brian Scott, that one of the most critical ways to spread the word on the book is by inviting people to write reviews on Amazon. And you can write a review of the book whether or not you purchased the book through Amazon. Anybody can write an Amazon review. And my request of you is that you would take 5 minutes in the next week to write a review on Amazon. And it can be a really honest review about what you liked and maybe some suggestions for the future. The goal is to get 50 reviews on Amazon. And apparently at that point, then Amazon starts to list the book more frequently in people's recommended book lists. So right now I have 7 reviews. Thank you, 7 friends who have written those reviews. I'm so appreciative of each and every one of you who have done that. My goal is to get to 50 reviews by September. So September is about 10 days away, but I think we can do it, and it makes a huge difference. And it really doesn't have to be a lengthy review. It's just your honest overview of the book, what it's meant to you, and why people should either read it or not read it. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that in the next couple of days. So thanks for staying connected, friends. Thanks for subscribing to this newsletter. I hope that the resources that it contains are helpful to you, and I hope that you'll stay in touch. Have an awesome week ahead.